I am lonely. Now, this thought is pretty common with at least 33% of the US population, and a whopping 61% of those is Gen Z and adolescents. Gen Z is the loneliest generation. Now, me personally, I never really had that many friends, except in college. Then I had like 5 or 7 friends, I think, like in one big friend group. And then eventually we just ended up just not hanging out and then dissolved anyways. So at the end of the day, I still don't have a big ass group of friends. But even when I was in that bigger group, I ironically felt the loneliest I've ever been, right? Even though I was surrounded by all these people, hung out with all these people, I still felt like shit, you know? So an imaginary audience, or in better words, adolescents' egocentrism, is actually such strong self-awareness that you feel like everyone is focusing on you. It's pretty much just a form of exaggerated self-awareness. You can imagine the generation full of adolescents suffers from this a lot. Have you ever thought, oh, I can't wear this because everyone's gonna think this? Or have you thought, oh, I can't do this because everyone's gonna think I'm weird? Guess what, babes? That's egocentrism. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. No one actually cares about what you're doing. You do know that, right? Like, no one actually cares about what you're doing or what you look like or how you're dressed. There are some people who may care, but they're pretty much insecure. That's why they care so much. But the average Joe is not gonna care. Everyone's focused on their own lives, focused on what they're doing with themselves. You can act like a main character, but don't think that you're actually the main character, because you're not. Everyone has their own lives. It's pretty interesting to think about that, but it's true. Well, they did this and they got 2K. Maybe if I do that. But I don't look like her though. I don't have her. Like, look at her locks. They're so pretty. I wish my locks were that long. Maybe if I just dress like this. I don't know if that will suit me, to be honest. Maybe if I copy them? No, that won't work. I don't look like them. Or maybe I can act like... No, I can't do that. Oh, I can change my hair color. Unless I'm like them, I could just never get that. What are you doing? I'm on Instagram? No. What are you doing? I'm just... I hate to be that guy, but it really is that damn phone, okay? With the uprise of social media and all this other stuff, people tend to get synced in the image, disregarding the fact that you're looking at only highlight reels. 1 second you're looking at a video comparing yourself to the person that's on the video. Next second you're thinking about how horrible it is to live in the generation that you're living in, right? Trump's in office. That's not something that you could just pretend is okay and great, you know? So black and white, well, disregarding our shirts. But it's really about your intent, you know? Like, social media can be really lonely, but if you're using it to socialize with people you already know, or your distant friends, or share memes, it's really a lot less lonely, you know? Social media is more fun when you're interacting with other people. You're right. You still owe me $4.37 for that coffee, though. Hope you know that. Oh, please. It's mid as fuck. Can't lie. Everyone's in my business. Transactional relationship is when people do things for a reward instead of like the goodness of their heart. Now, relationships naturally have a transactional aspect to them, but it's different from wanting to do things for like just because you're, you know, you want to help versus doing things to get something in return. It's not really the same. I shouldn't feel like a cashier in my own friendship where we're counting cent by cent how much I need to send you back. What happened to, oh, I just pay you back with another meal? Like, you bought my coffee, I'll buy your sandwich. You bought my thing, I buy this. You know, what happened to that? What happened to that? Because of this, general relationships just became more shallow, you know, not as fulfilling. Not as many people gain in these relationships, and which in turn makes it feel more lonely. So looping back in with that loneliness, leaving your friends once your boyfriend gets involved, underlining envy, underlining jealousy, constantly shit talking at all times, bro, you're on the bad friend list. Unfortunately, this is extremely common with so many people in so many relationships to this day. It's kind of hard to look past. See, it was actually kind of ironic because when I was younger, I always wanted to have like a really strong relationship with like a whole bunch of people, but I'm at a cafe alone. I do not have that many close friends. I do not. But as I got older, I kind of learned that that's way better to have relationships that like are really close and really meaningful, but not really care about the quantity of your relationships. I don't know if I said that in the right way, but we're just gonna go off of that. I learned that the reason why I wanted a lot of friends was because I didn't really respect myself, so I just wanted a bunch of people to respect me. But obviously, you can't have a good relationship if you don't respect yourself, because then you end up doing stupid shit. So many times, I let my quote-unquote friends do crazy shit or say crazy shit to me because I wanted to keep the peace or because I wanted to be cool. Learning that is follower behavior. Can't have that. I would just never really understand why it's considered standing on business to cut off a bad situationship but not a bad friendship. If you're toxic, I'm cutting you off. I'm sorry. If you're toxic, you gotta go. 85% of women and 75% of men have been reported to have or be a part of toxic friendships / relationships. Toxic influences changes us more than you may think. It affects our goals, it affects our lives and our beliefs or anything. And this makes you ask yourself, why? Like, why are we putting up with this? Well, according to Dr. Gerard Slatt, an associate professor of psychiatry at New York Presbyterian Hospital, states that there's something you find compelling or familiar. Depending on the nature of what's going on in your relationship, you may feel guilty about breaking things off. Or it could be that that person has implied that you need them in some way, that you would be a bad person to walk away. However, things aren't always as bad as they seem. There are still good people around you. They're in your grocery stores, sitting next to you in class, across from you, watching this video. If you feel like your friends aren't as good as you initially thought, go make some new ones. Put yourself out there. Smile some more. Yeah. Because not every person is out to get you. But if anyone asks, this is why you have no friends. That random substance. You get a zoom on it. This fucking nut-ass fucking thing always freaks me the fuck out. But I had to do it for the shot. All right, now we're starting. Y'all like my outfit? I'm in a new location. I actually, fun fact, wear the sweater backwards every time I wear it. But anyways.